Thank you for joining me today. Today I thought we'd make chicken pot pie. I cooked a chicken the other day and I've got some leftover chicken, so I thought it would just be great to put it into that pie. So let's get started. In the freezer, I already had some diced onion for one of the vegetables, so I've got that here. We're going to put corn in it. A lot of people like peas, but I think we're just going to go ahead and use corn. I've got my diced chicken, and I still need to dice up my carrot and celery here. We need about half to 1 cup of that, so I just decided we'll just use 1 carrot. However much that ends up being, that's what we've got. Looks like it's going to be closer to 1 cup. Then we've got our celery. The thing I like about this chicken pot pie is most everything I already had in the pantry. So it's not something, or in the refrigerator. So it's not something that I have to go to the store and get special ingredients for. Let's take all this over to the stove and we're going to get it going. And if I was using chicken that was not cooked, then we would start by dicing the chicken and cooking the chicken first and then adding our vegetables. But since our chicken is cooked, we're going to start by sauteing the carrots and the celery and the onions first, and then we're going to add the corn and we're going to add the chicken, and those things then we're just going to heat until they're warm. We are going to add just a tablespoon of butter to our pan. Make sure to get all the paper off of it. Nobody likes paper in their pot pie. And then get that melted here. So we're just going to add our carrots and celery. And that's about half to 1 cup of each. Same with the onion. We're going to get those sauteing. And just kind of make them crisp tender. We don't want to cook them all the way through yet because we're going to cook our pot pie for about 20-25 minutes. And we don't want our vegetables to be really soft in there, just soft enough. Okay, we have reached the crisp, tender stage. So let's go ahead and add our chicken so that it can get heated up as well. And also the corn. We're just going to heat this through. That looks delicious. I'm going to add the remaining butter also. We've been using 3 tablespoons, so we put 1 tablespoon in there to cook the vegetables. Now we're going to add 2 more tablespoons. Because what we're going to do is we're going to make a kind of a gravy. Alright, got a 1/4 cup of flour. I'm just going to sprinkle over the top here. And we're just going to cook this until we don't have that flour taste anymore, and just the flour is going to turn kind of a golden brown. Oh, that's looking really good. It's going to be delicious. And don't forget to scrape the bottom of your pan because your flour will cook to the bottom of it. Oh, it smells so good. Yum. All right, we are ready then to add our chicken broth, and we've got 1 cup of chicken broth. And half a cup of cream. And that's just going to give us that nice thick gravy that we're looking for. And we're just going to cook this until it thickens. Let's go ahead and put some salt in there. And you can put other spices also if you'd prefer. I think we'll just do salt. That filling is going to be really pretty with the carrots and the corn and the celery. All that's stuck to the bottom, let's get that off too. There we go. We're going to cook this till it gets quite thick. I don't know about you, but I really don't like runny pot pie. I like it thicker. We're almost there. Give it another couple minutes. All right, I think we're done. Let's go ahead and go over to the other counter and we will put this in our pie crust. All right, let's go ahead and get this filling put into the pie crust. And before you put it into the pie crust, you might want to taste it just to make sure that you've got enough salt, pepper, spices, just kind of whatever you like to put in your pot pie as far as the spices go. I did have to add a little bit more salt. Put this with a salad and you've got a great meal. I do have a top crust ready to go. But before we start with that, I need to make an egg wash so that the crust will stick together. And I'm just going to use the egg white. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm going to add some water to that. I'm just going to go like this because I want the crusts to stick together and not, while they're cooking, and not come out separate. Here's that top crust. Egg wash on it also. And don't worry, it'll look fine when we're done. We'll get it trimmed up and there we go. All right. Okay, I think we're ready for the oven. Oh, no, we're not. We need to put some slits in here because we need for our pie crust to be able to vent. Ready for the oven. Okay, and we'll see you back here in 20 to 25 minutes. It's been 25 minutes. I think we're ready to take it out. Oh, that looks great. Nice and golden brown. That looks delicious. I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes and then we'll cut it and see what we think. All right, I've let this cool for 10 minutes. Let's cut into it and see what we think. Well, the crust sounds flaky. Oh, that looks fabulous. And it's nice and thick. It's not running all over the place. Oh, that looks so good. Mmm. That is really good. It's very hot. It is delicious. It has really good flavor. I can taste everything. We're not pea eaters here, so I didn't put any peas in it, but you know what? It would be really good with peas in it too, I think. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today. And let me know what you think, and I will put the recipe in the description box below. And thank you so much.